All right, today we are diving deep into a technology that is seriously shaking up the world of custom printing. I'm talking about directive film, or DTF. We're going to break down how it all works, what you need to get started, and, maybe most importantly, what it really costs to bring your creative vision to life.
You've seen it, right? You see a t-shirt or even a pair of custom kicks with this amazingly bright, detailed design, and you just have to wonder, how on earth did they do that? Well, chances are you're looking at DTF. It's a method that gives you these incredibly durable, super sharp prints on pretty much any fabric you can think of.
Okay, so let's get into it. First things first, what exactly is this technology that's making such huge waves in the custom apparel scene?
So at its core, the whole idea is actually pretty simple. Instead of printing directly onto a shirt, which can be kind of tricky, you first print your design onto this special transfer film. After that, you coat it with an adhesive powder, and then you just heat press the whole thing onto your final product. Simple as that.
And this is exactly why everyone is getting so excited about DTF. I mean, the versatility is just off the charts. It works on cotton, polyester, nylon, pretty much anything. And get this, you get to skip all that annoying prep work. No pre-treating fabrics, no more spending hours weeding away tiny pieces of vinyl. This makes it a total game changer for small batches and one-offs, giving you prints that are not only gorgeous and vibrant, but also super durable.
So how does this all come together in the real world? You might be surprised by just how straightforward the whole thing is. Let's walk through the 3 simple steps that take you from a file on your computer to a finished, wearable product.
It really just boils down to these 3 things. First, you print your design and sprinkle on the powder. Second, you heat it up to cure it. And third, you press it onto your item. That's it. A really clean workflow for some seriously professional results.
Now here's where the magic really starts, with this adhesive powder. So right after your design is printed using these special inks, you cover the wet ink with this super fine powder. And the cool part is, it only sticks to the ink itself, not the empty parts of the film. Pretty clever, right?
Okay, on to step 2, curing. This is where you gently heat the film. That heat melts the powder and turns it into this smooth, kind of rubbery layer on the back of your design. This makes the whole thing stable and ready for that final transfer.
And here it is, the best part. Honestly, it's so satisfying. You lay the film on your garment, you bring down the heat press for a few seconds, and then you peel that film away. What you have left is just a perfect, vibrant design that's literally bonded to the fabric.
So, are you feeling inspired? Thinking you might want to give this a shot yourself? Well, let's talk about what you're actually going to need to get everything set up. This is your essential checklist for jumping into DTF printing.
Okay, so you'll need a few specialized things. On the hardware side, you've got your DTF printer and a heat press. Then you have your consumables, the special ink, the transfer film, and of course that all-important adhesive powder. And last, you need something called RIP software. Don't let the name scare you. It's just the program that tells the printer exactly how to lay down the colors to make your design look perfect every time. Another great thing about DTF is how much it can grow with you. You can start out small, with a little desktop unit that's perfect for a home business or just a hobby. But you can also scale all the way up to a massive industrial system that's built to crank out huge volumes of prints.
All right, time for the million-dollar question. It's the one every single creator or entrepreneur wants to know. What does this stuff actually cost to make? Let's break down the whole financial picture, and I mean everything, not just the big equipment.
So to get a real number, you have to look at these 4 things. Consumables, your ink and film, are definitely the biggest slice of the pie. But you absolutely cannot forget about the cost of labor, electricity, and just the general upkeep on your gear.
So let's do a quick fire round on consumable costs. First up, your ink. You can expect to pay somewhere in the ballpark of $50 to $70 for a 1-liter bottle. Next, your film. Pro tip, buying it in rolls is almost always cheaper. A standard 100-meter roll is going to run you about $120 to $150.
And that magic powder we were talking about, it's actually pretty cheap. A whole kilogram, which will last you a long time, costs around $15 to $25.
But look, this is where people get tripped up. Please do not forget these other costs. If you're paying someone, or even just paying yourself, say $20 an hour, plus paying for the power to run your equipment, those little numbers add up fast. Factoring them in is the only way you're going to price your products correctly and actually make a profit.
So, with all that in mind, let's put these numbers into perspective. We're going to see how this all adds up with a couple of really common real-world examples.
This table really lays it all out.
Check this out. For a small 4x4-inch logo on the chest, once you factor in everything, your total cost is only about 54 cents per shirt. 54 cents! And even for a huge graphic on the back, you're still only looking at just over $2. Seriously, knowing these numbers is your superpower.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote from the experts over at Keditech Print really says it all. Understanding your true costs isn't just about crunching numbers. It's the absolute foundation of a healthy, profitable business.
So there you have it. We've talked about the insane creative potential, we've walked through the super simple process, and we've completely demystified the true cost. This technology really puts the power to create professional, amazing products right in your hands. So I guess there's only one question left to ask. What are you going to create?